Good evening from Europe. Good morning, good afternoon, guys, whatever you are. 21st of December 2020, Monday evening in Europe, and we are approaching end of the US cash market. What a crazy day. To be honest with you, that would be like, I don't know, today you will be able to create, I don't know, 4 or 5 good episodes. Anyway, I'm going to try to sum the things up and trying to provide my way of thinking very, very short term. Anyway, let's start with the pound. Big gap down at the open. I mentioned about that yesterday. Virus mutation, no deal Brexit, and the hot money sold the cable of heavily, right? Very heavily. Then some profit taking. I'm going to tell you about the place in a second where they recover it. So some profit taking, and then always someone knows better. Last minute offer from Boris Johnson to EU when it comes to the Brexit. Well, to be honest with you, if I would be the tourist, I would visit the tourist office. I wouldn't get that type of the last minute offer. Anyway, it could be in a relation to this virus mutation and those borders closed. Well, there was a press conference of Boris Johnson. He was trying to show him up that he's very, very, silent when it comes. They are working with the partners. Of course, he mentioned that UK food chain supply working fine. No worries, guys. Everything is going to be fine. Well, it's going to work. Maybe it's not going to work. I don't know. What I know is, we have to switch to the daily. What I know is we recover it on the pound around quite important. We broke through 20 to 40, but we held 3180, 3160 zone with the huge recovery. And when the news in relation to the deal offer push pound even higher. So what we have for sure from the technical perspective, guys, we are talking about the chart only right now. We close the gap, right? Now, what's the thing here? If you do remember, we were discussing about this touch number 3 over here, right? From the weekly chart perspective is even better visible with the rejection, right? Cannot rule it out 35, 40, 50, all right? But I think based on what we have, today's price action, if that would be the normal market trading week, don't get me wrong, if that would be, it is not, but if that would be normal market trading week, this type of the price action on Monday, especially after what we've seen before, that would be for me some kind of the invitation for the sellers. Because here of the overall dollar weakness, market jumped higher. But most important thing is that US guys, they did not participate. The US guys did not participate, Tokyo and Europe, right? The US guys did not participate in that move to the downside. So how can you imagine they would try to push even lower, right? At some point next year, we are going to make the separate webinar about that. And then someone always knows better, pushing higher. Well, taking into the consideration gap closing, upper shadow, that's my supply level. That's my supply level, and we might try, just try. That's the weakness, right? That's the weakness. Oops, sorry. What? Yeah, that's the weakness. Eventually moving higher, that's the zone. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It could be that tomorrow during the European hours we are going to try to hit more to the upside, taking into the consideration this type of the move. All right, so up to 35.40 possible. Well, we do have to remember that we are awaiting final GDP quarter to quarter out of the UK tomorrow. So I'm looking to sell. What about the buyers? Well, very good question. After the break to the upside, that's your buying level, 33.70. If you like pound higher, 33.70, 33.40, that's your buying zone. Different way. Sorry, guys. That's your buying zone. If we are going to get back below 33, buying zone, and then this 33.70 breakdown level, that's gonna be, if we are going to break, bounce, that's gonna be selling level, right? I'm going to, depends on where we are going to be, I'm going to make necessary updates. So one more time, when it comes to the pound, looking to sell around today's high, maybe towards 35.40. The buyers, I do expect within this yellow zone at the very beginning. If we are going to break lower, this is another zone. But then the yellow is gonna be the selling zone. Okay, what else? We do have Australian retail sales tomorrow, right? Very similar pattern here. Virus mutation, negative sentiment, and then V formation, right? We are fighting around the weekly open. Retail sales, well, we might see spike higher, still trying to close the gap. That cannot be ruled out. It's gonna be very interesting to see a reaction of this supply right here, right now, because we should hold this level when it comes to the buyers. If that's the true demand, we should hold this level and see higher levels, all right? So when it comes to the intraday sellers, I expect them under 75.70. For what we have here around the weekly open and ahead of the retail sales, I do expect we might see higher levels. If we are going to break, then we are going to go lower towards 75.40, all right? So very, very crucial level is being tested right now when it comes to the buyers and sellers, some kind of the line in the sand, right? And don't forget we have retail sales. And finally, euro dollar, all right? We are awaiting US GDP final reading as well, all right, tomorrow. So again, today the calendar was empty, there was no great events, but we had perfect trading day today, perfect trading day, right? I think tomorrow is going to be quite similar, all right, from that perspective. So we will see. Well, congratulations this time to the dollar sellers. This time to the dollar sellers. Why? Because both levels we discussed, that was the morning, and FOMC low, both working perfectly fine. Both working perfectly fine. So if you are looking to buy the dollar, because dollar, it was like, yes, dollar is stronger, right? But then gave up everything, even with rising yields. That's also the thing. So if you are looking to buy the dollar, pound and Aussie dollar could be the case. If you are looking to sell the dollar, some kind of the pullback overnight. Where? On euro dollar. Well, this is quite important pullback with making the new intraday low, right? So that's the whole zone, 22.15, 21.65. I'm sorry, it's wide from the intraday perspective, but that's how I see. That's the possible buying zone. If we are going to get the daily close below FOMC, bulls are in trouble. If necessary, I'm going to make an update around the European Open. Be careful, guys. Wish you great Tokyo session and see you around. Take care and good night.